One of the really common problems that we run into in communications is that I think it's very easy to forget that people can come from very different places than where we are. And so it's easy to convince ourselves when we talk to the press, when we talk to the public, that they feel the same way that we do. And so this exercise is sort of to just get the juices flowing on thinking about, when you put together a message, are you thinking about how the other side or how the general public is going to see it? So I want to start off, we're going to talk about the most common perceptions that we have of ourselves, the most common perceptions that we have of them, our critics, people, our public, whatever. And we're going to talk about the most common perceptions that they have of us and that they have of themselves. Does that make sense to folks? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to start with the easiest square. What do we say about us? What do you say if someone were to ask you, like a friend, let's say, someone that you trust, how do you see yourself and how do you see the Occupy movement? How would you, give me a one word.
Transparent.
Transparent? Okay, what else?
America's last hope.
It's not one word.
Sorry.
No,
Hope?
Not one word. It could be a short phrase.
Hey.
Nonpartisan?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Nonpartisan?
Nonpartisan, okay. All right.
Practical revolutionaries.
Practical revolutionaries, okay.
Grassroots.
Yes, that might be easy.
Okay.
Or we can do it.
There.
So grassroots. All right, what else?
Hope.
Hope.
That we're right.
Well, I would hope so.
Better to say correct.
Correct.
Economic justice?
Majority.
That's a good one.
Eclectic dressers.
Yes?
Eclectic dressers.
Eclectic dressers. Yes.
That's what they say.
I have to line up a Nirvana deck there.
And actually, that comment is interesting. Would we describe ourselves as humorous, witty, perhaps?
I hope so.
Yeah. No, and that can be a really important thing. That you think of yourself, let's say, as someone who's intelligent and creative.
I think we're multi-generational.
Diverse.
Nonviolent.
We're diverse, yeah.
Representative,
Yeah, nonviolent.
nonviolent, and representative. Oh, and let's think about what your slogan means. Like, we are the 99%. What does that say? Does that mean we're average? Does that mean we're everybody? We're inclusive? Yeah?
Yeah.
Inclusive.
Inclusive? Okay.
Inclusive.
All right. I think that this is a pretty good list for starters. Then let's go to another easy square. What do we say about the people that don't like us?
Greed.
Brainwashed.
Uneducated.
Well, do you mean the 1% or do you mean the rest of the population who we're targeting
Good question.
to come and join us?
I would say
I think for this purpose, let's assume if you're talking to a reporter and maybe someone who's not from the most sympathetic media outlet, what would they say about you? Or if you're talking, not necessarily the 1%.
Or what would we say about them?
No, but
Lazy.
we need showers.
Yeah. Yeah, unproductive.
We're in the wrong.
What you say
I
about
don't follow what we're talking about at this point.
We
The
see
people
that
who
they're
have-
corrupt and they're bought.
Yeah. Okay.
What do we say about them?
Yeah.
Said unproductive.
Leveraged.
Self-righteous.
Cowardly.
Bias. This is fun.
Self-deceptive.
Wasn't positive on our list?
Hoarders.
Sorry?
Hoarders.
Hoarders?
This is what we say about them. Violent.
Yep.
pessimists.
Nihilists.
Do we have hypocrite yet?
Well, we're certainly having no trouble with this.
Yeah. Can you give me one more?
Unaccountable.
Sensationalist?
Sensible dresser.
Are you going to focus on naming the clothes?
Let's go with sensationalist.
It's an important part.
Okay.
I think we are more diverse.
All right. So now we know what we think about ourselves and what we think about them. What do they say about us?
Lazy.
Lazy. What else?
Get a job.
Dirty.
Dirty.
Smelly.
Police.
Unorganized.
Unnecessarily entitled.
Grasping.
Yeah, unfocused.
Sense of entitlement.
Lack of message.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfocused.
Yeah, no message.
Unfocused
No
and less.
message. Off message.
Leaderless.
Leaderless. Thank you.
We say that about ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, we say that about us too.
Somebody's pinnable.
We say
Violent and
everybody says
seditious.
bad spin.
Violent and seditious.
Anti-capitalist, socialist.
Unpatriotic.
Funded by the left.
Unpatriotic. That is an excellent point.
Yeah.
Unpatriotic.
AstroTurf.
I can't spell. What is it? Funded by the left.
They say we're
Obama nuts.
Obama
Funded
nuts.
by the left.
Obama bots.
Pinko,
Obama bots,
bleeding
yeah.
heart,
Obama bots.
Obama bots.
Prove them wrong.
See, what else have we been called before?
Anything else? Anything else?
Liars.
Spreading out more broadly from this group, but looking at what people have said about the occupiers nationwide. We are violent. We are rapists. We are.
Oh, yeah.
We
yeah.
are.
Abusers.
We're
We
pimpers.
are thieves.
I'll throw one out here
Butt
too from my own community. We're defective.
We're defective.
Drug users.
Defective. I think that that's a great one.
We're all pot smokers.
We
definitely hate our police
car.
Smokers.
Flag burners.
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's over. Anarchists. That's actually a very good point. All right. Communists.
Back to the
Okay,
50s.
So this is a pretty heavy list. Heavy list. And now, what would you say that they would say about themselves?
Productive.
Productive.
Hardworking.
Hardworking.
Gainfully employed. Yeah, Christian.
Normal.
Patriotic.
Self-righteous.
Normal.
Patriotic. Yeah.
I think normal is very important. Patriotic.
Realistic.
Realistic.
Yeah, rational.
More equal.
More equal.
about the way they dress?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Law-abiding citizens.
Snappy dressers. Tax paying.
Yeah.
Taxpaying.
Taxpayers.
Job providers.
Job creators.
Yeah.
Overtaxed.
Yeah, the
I
benefactors.
like law-abiding.
That's what they say.
Innocent.
Innocent. Okay. What else?
They provide the jobs. Busy.
Job creators. Job creators.
Morally and intellectually superior.
Best phrase of 2011, job creators. Whoever came up with that got a huge pay raise.
I think we'll both agree they've got a good
Anything
taste
else?
in soups.
Anything else? Going on?
Better spelling.
Fair and balanced.
So for them, it's a positive. For us,
Not pot smokers.
No, they do cocaine.
Yeah.
And bourbon. More expensive drug.
Yes. Going once, going twice?
Hey?
What about the 53%? What does that mean?
Oh, they're taxpayers.
Tax paying. So.
That's already on.
That's already on there.
Yeah, the water carriers.
Did you get busy?
Water carriers.
Voters.
They're the ones that produce. They're the ones that they say that people ride the cart, but they're the ones pulling it.
Because they bravely push their Lexus along.
So what do we say?
That's a lot coming from people that don't have calluses on their
To add,
hands.
which is, and what they say about us is non-voters.
Non-voters. And so these people would consider themselves voters.
Oh,
Non-voters.
I would also throw in the word engaged in there.
For themselves.
Yeah, they consider themselves engaged.
They consider themselves engaged. Okay.
Yes.
Chosen by
Okay.
God.
Godlike.
Entitled in.
I don't think they think that about themselves.
yeah, no.
Yeah, they don't think.
They
that
think
about
we're
themselves.
entitled.
They're right. They earned everything that they got.
Well, see, the thing is, they're
Yeah,
right,
earned.
so why would they be entitled if their entitlement is right?
Okay,
They think
so looking at
They're
this,
entitled and they're paying for it.
looking at this sort of picture of what everyone thinks of themselves, I think that it's pretty easy to see where a lot of the biases come from in the media coverage that we've seen, especially from the right. And I think it gives you a pretty clear picture of sort of some of the things that you're up against when talking about the Occupy movement. As someone from the labor movement, we constantly have to deal with the charge that we're union thugs. I mean, Judy, union thug extraordinary.
Come on, you want a piece of me, huh?
Yeah. You should see your bicep. But I think that for the occupiers, one, especially in New Hampshire, I think that there's this concept at work that the Occupy movement is about people who aren't us. They're not. They're not one of us. They're fringe elements, and all of these things that they say about us come from us being people who don't have the same problems that we do. They don't pay taxes. They don't take baths. They are violent. They do things that we would never do, like rape people and, assault people. Yes.
I think one of the things that we missed is with them, they consider us all very young.
Yes.
Whereas we're not all very young. Like many of the events that I've been to, I've been one of the youngest people there.
Right.
I think that's an important concept that we have to remember, that this is not just young college-age students. This is a majority of people across the age spectrum.
Yeah,
I think that taps into a very important aspect of sort of something of the message that isn't getting through to the press about this, is that the idea that Occupy, in many sense, is actually representative. And you don't claim to speak for everybody, but you do speak for, there are a lot of voices here. That it's not just about young people, and it's not just about college-age kids, that is part of it, but it's really about a lot of people who are simply saying that the economy is